seen him cook award-winning dishes. Now he's out of the kitchen, visiting exotic locations, and meeting the locals to see what they're cooking. Will he find treasure?
This is reward enough.
Or just some garbage?
What's that smell?
Find out on the new hit travel show, Cooking Across Sanctuary. Welcome everybody to a very special edition of Cooking Across Sanctuary. I'm Quish. I'm this guy. Usually I stream on Mondays, but here I am on a Wednesday. How wacky is that? More demonic spoopies indeed, Bully Snake. Normally you'd have our good friend Aloe on a Wednesday, but he wanted me to let you know that he is paying his hard-earned money to have people touch his feet, and he could not get away from feet touching. Durburger, no, we're gonna do Bone Daddy on Monday next week. We are going to continue with the adventures of Raisin today. She has got this new fit and she wants to make sure that it is banging. Is Aloe sweaty? I don't have any intel on his sweatiness percentage. The time is redeemed stretch. Well, I will stretch. I'll have a good stretch before we get started. Anti Diggs, what's up? Oh. So yeah, I've got about an hour streaming, about an hour of good old fashioned game time to entertain you folks with. Just holding on the best you can. I'm sorry. Sorry you're struggling, man. Let's see if we can't make your next hour a little bit more full of Diablo. So let's play this game. And it was very fortuitous that I had an hour to play tonight because right about now is a very special time in the world of Diablo 2. That is the Cathedral / Catacombs is terrorized, which is one of my favorite terror zones. If you're not familiar with what terrorized zones are, it makes things pink and worth more XP. Silicon Soul exists now in a brief window between sleep and working nights. Yeah, that is kind of the perpetual situation a lot of us are in, huh? Silicon Soul, it's been a while since I've seen you. How you doing, my friend? Let's go find Andariel and beat her ass. Take her shit. Take her goodies. Didn't really need to kill those guys, but I just felt like doing it. Just felt like killing. Yeah, too much pink energy is dangerous, and by pink energy you mean like pink curing salts. Like too much curing salts will definitely make you sick. But the right amount of curing salts will make your cured meats taste extra delicious. What do we find? A chip sapphire. Pick up that potion. Tiara. +3 to defensive auras. Thank you. End of the year push for work stuff, so you're up to your eyeballs in it. I get you. I feel your struggle, my friend. It's an obscure Power Rangers joke. Yeah, the Pink Ranger was always the most dangerous. Everybody knows that. Actually, when I was a teenager, my younger sister was really into the Power Rangers because she had a huge crush on the Green Ranger, Tommy, who sadly passed away about a year ago. And even after 25-ish years, gosh, maybe even longer than 25 years at this point, she still posted it on her Facebook while she was still upset. That's dedication. Dedication to your interests. That way. I want to say that the majority of Diablo 2 is getting to places that you want to be, and a very small amount of the game is actually killing the things that you're looking to kill. Lord Grimos. Sorry, no Aloe today. Aloe is at location redacted with people redacted, doing redacted things. I figure since he's unavailable, you guys could have me for about an hour. Ooh, a superior cryptic axe. Enhanced damage, not bad. So yeah, playing some more Diablo 2. There's a time travel episode where the Pink Ranger went back in time to the Old West era and was warned not to morph while the pink coin from that point in time was active. Okay. Just in general, I feel like time travel is full of danger. One of my favorite, like, hypothetical questions, like icebreakers, like if I'm just hanging out with people and, like, we need something to talk about. Go ahead and give it to you guys. If you could travel back in time to any time period and do any particular job, like a job that would only be doable in that time period, like a job that just for whatever reason isn't the same in the modern era, like you know, being in the military in a different time period or something like that, what would you do? Now I would go ahead and posit my answer, which is I would love to be a musician during the 50s and 60s. In like the beginning of rock and roll. I feel like that would be an exciting time. Are we assuming that our actions won't change the timeline? Yeah, fuck the timeline. You wanna go back in time and be a hitman that kills Hitler? I'm not gonna stop you. I'm not your dad. Chocobo, extra cooking indeed. I mean, me personally, I would not want to be in the military in any way, shape, or fashion because I am delicate. A 60s mercenary for a month could be fun. Just for like a month of murking around. An alchemist in the Middle Ages. Egads. Like you mix baking soda and vinegar, and next thing you know, you got people bringing you up for charges of heresy. Falcon Mask. 1 to Armageddon. Enhanced defense. That was more Armageddon. That would be a pretty cool helmet. Not that I have a lot of interest in playing a druid, but Kai, I'm gonna get the most rarest of drops. Killing Hitler is blasé. You'd rather kick Genghis Khan in the dick. But like, wouldn't it be cool to be like a mechanic, but like in the 70s and 60s when cars were really fucking cool and relatively simple? Like, you didn't have like computers and shit. You didn't have like all sorts of goofy ass sensors. Like, everything was kind of analog. You just plug shit into other shit and then it just worked, you know? Like, how cool would that be? Ooh, we've got a Thresher. That is a pretty solid drop, although I don't believe it is ethereal, which is what you would want. Not ethereal. That is a Reaper's Toll. Let's see here. Let's bring up the old Diablo decks. Reaper's Toll. Reaper's Toll goes up to 240 enhanced damage. That's pretty close to the maximum enhanced damage. And then 15 life stolen per hit. That's maximum life stolen per hit. That is a fantastic roll. If that was ethereal, this would be premium right here. This would be very choice. You're probably gonna hold on to that. We'll hold on to that for now. An architect under Frank Lloyd Wright. There you go. Silicon Soul is thinking portals. Now you're thinking with portals. Durburger, you can give that to your merc. Specifically, the Act 2 mercenary can use polearms and spears, and threshers count as a polearm. Now, I would not want to particularly give it to this mercenary because I am
I can't carry anymore.
Using him for a specific purpose, but there are definitely mercs where you would want that. Like if you were doing a melee character, specifically because this has a 33% chance to cast Decrepify. Decrepify is a necromancer curse, and when a bad guy is decrepified, they take an extra 50% physical damage. So if you're playing a barbarian and you're just wailing on shit, you get your merc and he comes over and he hits everybody with a Decrepify, and they get all slowed and old and shit, and then your barbarian is just doing like 50% extra damage. And that's they take additional 50% damage, not you deal an extra 50% damage. So if you're already doing like plus 300% damage because you're a barbarian and you got a bunch of skills that do that, like it's that number half again, not just like another 50% to your regular damage. It's some weird ass Diablo math. That's a really good one. If that was ethereal, I would be very, very, very psyched. I would. That's the kind of shit you would build a character around. But as it stands, we are going to hold on to that and see if anybody wants to trade for it. If they don't, then we might put that in a freebie pile for somebody. I will say that I have found multiple Reaper's Tolls playing this game. And as good as they are, people just don't want to trade for them. Which is a shame, because it is a cool weapon. I'd considered using a Reaper's Toll for my mercenary for my Warcry Barbarian that I'm eventually going to play. Because Warcry is physical damage for some reason, even though it's like an emanation, like Nova or whatever. Gut Siphon. It's a gnarly name for a weapon. Oh, and we ran out of scrolls. Holy Bravo, what's up? Yeah, you can use Reaper's Toll on a mercenary if you're doing war cries. And then Warcry, even though it's like an area of effect attack, it actually counts as physical damage, like a barbarian.
The Order welcomes you.
15 increased attack speed. It's actually a pretty nice jewel. Got a battle dart. And a Chris. The Chris, I believe, is Jade Tando, not worth anything. Battle dart would be potentially worth something if it was ethereal. But yep. I think there's some chat that I missed here. Digiman wants to be a librarian in the 1900s. Like, what if you were a movie director and you made Star Wars just before George Lucas? You're like, sorry, George, I'm the Star War now. Then you can make it so Jar Jar Binks never existed. Think about that. You could prevent the existence of Jar Jar Binks. That's almost better than killing Hitler. Almost. I have a bunch of those types of questions. They just sit in the back of my head until I remember that I need one. And then frequently I'll ask those questions and most people will be all like, I don't get it. And I'm like, it's a hypothetical question. I'm starting a conversation with it. And they're like, just start a conversation like a normal person, dumbass. And I'm like, sorry, I can't. I have to do everything the hard way. A dirk, a pike. Nothing really worth there. Another one of my favorite icebreaker questions is, if you were a professional wrestler, what music would you walk out to? And I think the answer should probably depend on what your gimmick is. But like in an ideal situation where like copyrights don't matter, you can just come out and walk out to whatever song you think is cool. My usual answer to that question is Raining Blood by Slayer. Not just that it's one of my favorite songs by one of my favorite bands. I just think in general it's a song that lends itself well to a professional wrestling environment. And Daryl, you gotta give me better crap than this. Ah yes, the Diablo 2 teleport noise. Awesome heavy boots. Fast run walk, decent magic find. Not bad, don't need them. Anti-Diggs is saying Diaz Rainbow in the Dark. That's a solid one. That's one of my all-time favorites as well. Battle Stations by Winger would be your play music. Bully Bravo, that's a good choice. I can't say that I've ever listened to Winger with any regularity. Like one of those situations where they would come on the radio during like an 80s hair metal run or something like that. We used to have a really cool local radio station, like a community radio station that had all sorts of weird shows. Like they would do like metal nights, they would do punk nights, they do rap, they do like old school, they do 80s. They're still around, but they don't do cool shit like that anymore. Now they just play like whatever's popular, I guess. Blame your choice on Bill and Ted. Fair, fair. But yeah, like Rain and Blood. Imagine, like, you know, whatever's going on in the ring, and then like the lights go out, and you hear like the thunderclap, and the rain starts falling, like at the beginning of Raining Blood. And then like that like that just fucking hits, right? Imagine the fucking pop you would get with that. Imagine the crowd. The crowd would lose their fucking minds. And then when the fucking like chorus hits, and it's fucking Slayer, so it's fast as shit. So you can't just like walk down to the ring. You gotta sprint like the Ultimate Warrior. You completely fucking gassed out before you get there. Oh. Okay. Took a little bit more damage there than I expected. Some gloves. Some really shitty gloves. Battle stations by Winger. That's a deep cut for sure. Sapphire, Ruby. That's really all that dropped. And Daryl is not giving up the goods tonight. I don't know what's up. Do not know what's up with Thundariel tonight. She did give us a Reaper's Toll, which is pretty sweet, but or just dropping like some potions and shit's not cool. This is gonna be Blood Fist or Venom Grip. I can't remember. Blood Fist. Another cool name for an item. Required level 9, pretty good early on. Don't need it right now though. That's right, Megadeth. Dave Mustaine, the only guy who drank too much from Metallica. I heard he went like full Born Again. Like there are certain Megadeth songs that he just won't play anymore because it like doesn't jive with his beliefs and whatnot, which in a way I can kind of respect, but like, let's be real, like metal is with a tad bit of blasphemy is where you want to be, I think. Just a tad bit of blasphemy is where you want to be. Got some shadow plate. I think that this is Alder's. Yeah, Alder's Deception. It's the druid set item. This isn't a bad set. You could do worse. Got a halberd that I don't care about. Metal will live on. It's crazy to me that, like, Diablo 2 has a story, right? Like, there's stuff going on. There's gameplay that you go through. Like, there's levels and whatnot. It's just, there's stuff that's, like, you know, interesting to do in the game. That shit all gets really fucking old after you've done it a few times. And really all you want to do is get yourself to the point where you can, like, just run around a map, like, endlessly over and over, killing the same boss, trying to find, like, cool new shekels, you know? Oh man, it has been a hot minute since I've seen Bill and Ted. Plated belt is going to be Saigon set, if I'm not mistaken. And we are going to start picking up amulets and tear zones.
Impossible.
Because we are probably going to be doing some crafting here before too long, and we need the higher level amulets for that. See, I've got a row here ready to kick it. And it's everybody's favorite time. Inventory management time. know that I ever kill the guys in this room. I don't know why, it just doesn't seem like it's worth the time. Today I felt like doing something just a tad bit different, huh? Tune JD redeemed a water break. Well, I'll take a sip of my beverage here. It's technically like water. Thank you, Tune. Appreciate you keeping me healthy. Saber. Skewer of Crinces. 20% increased attack speed. That's something that you want on gauntlets, but otherwise not worth keeping. Oh, there was an experience shrine in here. That's not something you get very often. Alright, another hypothetical question. This is a would you rather question. Alright. Would you rather gain 20% muscle mass across your entire body? 20% muscle mass across your entire body, or 200% muscle mass but just in your right arm? So you just got like the one like turbo smacking arm. What would you do? What would you rather? Jesus. And Dariel. You can't just go around not dropping anything but your essences. People are gonna wonder. People are gonna wonder. All over, hyper strong arm will fuck up your spine. You just you'd be like Trogdor, you know, you have the one big beefy arm. And nobody wants to have the Popeye arm, huh? 20% of your tongue would be swole. It's true. Could attack somebody with your tongue. And no, that doesn't sound good. There's nothing that I can say about that that doesn't sound gross. So we're just gonna leave that where it is. Yeah, I think most people would pick the 20% muscle mass just because, like, in general, like, you're gonna be healthier, you're gonna look healthier. Like you're not getting strange looks from people because you're some sort of weird like mutant one giant armed kind of guy. But yeah, like what if you took the turbo arm and then you joined that like UFC slap fighting league where just like two guys stand across from each other and like give each other concussions? Like you would be like a champion slapper guy or like an arm wrestler. Just have like the one like huge arm wrestler arm. Blacksmith, there you go. Yeah, blacksmith arm. These are okay boots. Don't need them. Olympic javelin throw. Yeah, there you go. Instead of the big show, you'd be the big slap. There's a guy, Jeff something or other. Jeff Daly, something like that. He was born with like the Andre the Giant thing where like you're just really big, but for him it was all in his arms. So he has these giant like Wreck-It Ralph arms. There's all these pictures of him like picking up a soda can and it just disappearing in his hand. But he's like otherwise just like a normal sized dude. Like, you know, he's probably like, you know, under 6 foot or over 6 foot maybe. Not like a huge like Andre the Giant looking guy, but he has like Andre the Giant hands. And he does arm wrestling. And it always cracks me up. Like he's obviously got a very strange advantage. But it's just funny to watch like normal sized people arm wrestle him. It's a regular scythe. Soul Harvest. That's a cool looking one. Yeah, I feel like if you just had like the one big turbo arm, like you wouldn't be able to do nearly as much with it as you think. Like you'd probably just fall over a lot. Or just like constantly fuck your back up trying to do dumb shit. This is why I'm incapable of having real conversations with people, because this is the dumb shit that I come up with to talk about. Oh, hey. That's gonna be the Immortal King's hat. Immortal King's will. Avenger Guard. +2 to War Cries. 40% better chance of getting magic items. 2 open sockets. Extra gold. Overhand bowling champion. Just throwing a bowling ball like it's a goddamn lawn dart. Kai, you aren't real people? Are you all figments of my imagination? Is that how that works? What if I'm a figment of your imagination? Wouldn't that blow your mind? To know that I'm not real, that I'm some sort of AI-driven construct that's here to steal your personal data. French axe. If I was a figment of your imagination, then I would be playing a different game. Okay, I'll bite. Antidigs. What game would I be playing if I wasn't a figment of your imagination? What are you into right now? Probably Magic the Gathering. Okay. I do play a decent amount of Magic the Gathering. I was actually playing a little bit of that today after work. I was playing Vintage Cube, and I lost all three matches that I played of that game, and then I got very mad at myself and decided to play a different game. Increased attack speed, extra roll from monsters, cold resist, not bad. Don't need it. Talking about milk for some reason. Okay. Did ever show you your custom EDH proxy decks? Nah. I don't think so. I've played a little bit of EDH. In fact, actually, probably the last time I played Paper Magic was EDH. I don't play a lot of Paper Magic anymore. Partially because it's not as popular around where I live, and it's just easier to play online because it's easier to find opponents, and partially because as much as I love Magic and as much as I enjoy the gaming community, I don't know what it is about Magic the Gathering, but it does have a tendency to attract some I don't even want to say like annoying people, but like people who are just very, very like competitive. And I'm a competitive guy, don't get me wrong, but like people who are very smart and like to prove how smart they are, like you get a lot of those kinds of people. Lacquered plate. That's Tal Rash's guardianship. It's a good set of armor. Rocked that for a while. Yeah, a lot of sweaty tryhards. A lot of sweaty tryhards. You guys know the digs or anti-digs? Definitely show me from the Ox. Did you guys remember those memes that went around of the guy who was like kneeling in front of people's butt cracks at a big Magic tournament? Fun fact, I was at that tournament and I watched him go around taking those pictures, and at first I had no idea what he was doing. I just thought he was going around taking like pictures, and then I realized that he was just catching pictures of people's butt cracks, and that was freaking hilarious. He got banned for a while, Durburger. He got banned for like 2 years, and he's allowed to play again. But yeah, I was at that tournament. I was watching him walk around with a camera. Yeah, it wasn't cool. Wasn't cool. Taking pictures of people's butts is not cool. But it was kind of weird to like see a meme come into existence like live and in real time, you know? Castus has redeemed a posture check. Let me find the door. I'm gonna straighten up here for you. Yeah, Digiman, I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you on that. Like, don't get me wrong, butts are funny, and consensual butts are quite funny. But if it's not consensual that you're getting your picture taken and your butt's hanging out, that's creepy as fuck. Right there with you on that. Necronomo Nightmare. Is that the MechWarrior, the role-playing game, like zombie scenario? Where you've got all these like, well, I don't want to spoil it if you haven't seen it, but like, you know, it's got zombies in it. Even more spooky, compelling zombies. Get some boots and an amulet. Ethereal boots with faster run walk. And an amulet that doesn't do anything. All right. Well, we are getting close to the end of the hour, and I'm not sure if anyone's coming up next. I think Kai was streaming before me, and he might be, or no, Zaku was streaming before me, and he might come back. I would stick around for a little bit longer, but I do have to take care of dinner with the missus. I think we are just ordering a pizza tonight. So this might be the last Endaro run for the night. And she gifted us with a double twisted essence drop. And we'll take a look at this circle too. +3 to summoning skills. Faster cast rate, cold resist, and not better than the ring that I'm currently using, but any ring with faster cast rate on it is something you want to hold on to. So we'll keep that in the old stash for now. All right. Before we call it a night, Vectron, that is sadly probably accurate. Just because you're dead doesn't mean that you're not still property of the Combine. Or Capellan, rather. Sorry, Rimward Herald! Cheering 300 schmeckles. Thank you, sir. All right, we are going to craft a single amulet. Hopefully we get a good one. We're just putting all this stuff out of the way so it's not taking up space. All right, so what we're doing here is we're going to try to make a caster amulet, and we're looking for an amulet that has 20% faster cast rate, which is not easy to come by. +1 to sorcerer skill levels and 9% faster cast rate. Not what we're looking for, but it's what we found. Anyway, that is me. I'm Quish. This has been an impromptu Diablo 2 stream. Want to thank you guys for joining me today. Hopefully somebody else will be doing some streaming after this, but in case you're wondering, I normally stream on Mondays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I should be back this upcoming Monday for a special Halloween episode of Cookin' Across Sanctuary. I'm going to leave you with a word from our sponsors, and then we'll see you next time. Bye for now.
Tonight's sponsor is Rain Shadow Legends. Rain Shadow Legends is a tactical fantasy RPG action strategy game with over 7 billion downloads worldwide. In Impromptu Legends, you have access to over millions of fun and unique characters such as Orc, Bugbear, Gun, or Elf. She's very pretty. Look how pretty she is. If you like now, you can download our WBPL 76 exclusive character, the Skeleton King. He broke your hands. You can use special promo code LIGMA to receive 42,069 rupees. You can spend them on cool cosmetic items such as skins. Like the kind that your characters wear and make different outfits, not like a big pile of skin, that would be gross. And also, flaming swords. It's on fire. Find out what over 7 billion totally real people who have downloaded this game are talking about, and download the app today. Now back to the stream.